when Moses addressed there. Still the junior rep, I think. No, actually summed it up perfectly. I was thinking about the so-called referendum on Assessor Bev Zuber, and the folks in Wayne Township decided they like her and they want to keep her. There's no doubt they would have decided the same thing if we I don't think we'll get to that point, Rick. Referendum on you. Trust me, my brother Mark, he can tell me what a wonderful job you're doing. And I think the folks
there he is,
and he happens to be here too. So no, it's interesting because it is a complicated issue, like most of them in Indianapolis, especially with regards to the size of each county and how urban counties differ from those down south, and so I do think that interesting enough when you didn't mention this, but the part of the amendment in the Government and Regulatory Reform Committee was to add everything from the Kern and Shepard report back into the bill that was taken out, and let's have a discussion on that. And that part was defeated. So then we just had the sections that were left, which you indicated, and those were defeated as well. So I don't think things are progressing very well for this report as of this year. I'm sure we'll be back again next year, but it doesn't look good right now.
You don't know how privileged I am to be on the same podium with Glenn Hines, Winfield Moses, and of course Phil GiaQuinta. They are the epitome of good government. And I must also say the two representatives prior to the General Assembly going into session, that the trustee was fortunate to have lunch individually with each one of them, and both of them picked up the tab. Because we had to be responsible for township government. But again, the wisdom that we receive from both of those luncheons, and I'm privileged to be empowered to go forward with the confidence I received from those luncheons. Now, with that being said, we all know that township government is at the point of being bombarded with challenges from the economy, and now most formally by the governor himself. And this year, I'm glad to say that this was a nonpartisan effort. When I was down in the General Assembly and when it was first introduced in the Senate, that I was just amazed that on the right there was just as much support as it was on the left. Both of them bombarded the effort to eliminate township government. I was really impressed with that. But one of the things of the trustee has been, I have been guilty of being naive. I couldn't believe that the news media and the people of power would put information about township government that was false, and thinking that you, the public, would buy into it. I say to you that we have a great task in front of us, and that's why it's so important that you realize that in these days and times, we need township government more than ever. I would say that your voice must be heard whenever there is a meeting, or whenever you can, call your representatives and your elected officials and let them know that you want township government to continue. Now, the last thing, they talk about township government is archaic. That is old-fashioned. It's been around so long. So have the Constitution of the United States of America. Every one of these elected officials here today would tell you that we are forever trying to do it better, There's always room for improvement. And our Constitution, locally, statewide, and nationally, is forever trying to get better. Help me to fight the battle of saving township government. We need your support. And I'd like to say thank you, Glenn Hines, for what you have done, because the South is on the rise again. It would be sad to think about what would happen if we didn't have Glenn Hines. Now, I see my mentor out there, Bill Williams, and he always tells me to talk about things that I know. And I know two things. I know township government, and I know my wife. Hi, Carol.